All right, so solving inequalities is our lesson today. So, an inequality. Does anybody remember the definition of an inequality? Yeah, it's not equal, so what symbols does it have?
Equal and slash.
Oh, no. All right, an inequality is less than or greater than or less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Okay, so you just need to write this somewhere on your paper. Inequality is those symbols. The way I remember it is this looks like an L, and it is less than. So for this class, the alligator thing won't work. All right, so for this class, you're going to have to know, if I give you this symbol, you're going to have to be able to tell me it's less than, just by looking at it. Without any numbers, you're going to have to be able to tell me that's less than. And again, the way I do that is, to me, it looks like an L, so it's less than. And so what is this one again? Greater than. What is this one? Less than or equal to, and this one is greater than or equal to, okay? Okay? It doesn't matter. All right, what you need to remember is you flip the sign, bless you, when you divide by a negative. Flip the sign when you divide by a negative. So please write that down. Flip the sign when you divide by a negative. You also flip the sign when you multiply by a negative, but we don't ever have any problems with that, so I'm not going to make you write it down, but it is true. You also flip the sign when you multiply by a negative. Okay, so if you will write down problem number 1, 3x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 28. 3x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 28. Okay, so we're still going to do the same thing we did last week. So we're still going to draw a line through the inequality. So we're going to draw a line, and we're going to put x's over here and numbers over here. So it should just be a review for most of you. X's on the left, and numbers on the right. Okay? All right, so guys, what needs to move to the other side? The 1, because it's a number, and instead of adding 1, I have to subtract 1. So I get 27, and I drop this down. And then what's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. Okay, so here's my question to you. What am I dividing by? 3. Positive 3 or negative 3? Positive 3. So the sign just drops down. This sign drops down. It doesn't change. It only changes when you divide by a negative. It only changes when you divide by a negative. So, here these cancel. I got x. What is 27 divided by 3? 9. Good. So that's your answer. Okay? When you divide by a positive, you drop your sign down. Okay? All right. So write down number 2, negative 3x minus 4 is less than or equal to negative 16. Negative 3x minus 4 is less than or equal to negative 16. Okay. Julius, what do I want you to do first? Good. So x is over here, numbers over here. Mary, what needs to move? And what do I write on the other side? Good. Neve, what is negative 16 plus 4? Uh-huh. And Natasha, what drops down right here? Very good. Negative 3x. Okay. Sarah, what do you do next? Uh-huh. All right, guys, what am I dividing by this time? -3. When this bottom number is negative, you don't have to write this down. I just want to show you. When this bottom number is negative, you have to flip the sign. Okay? So, less than or equal to, flip. So instead of pointing to the left, it's going to point to the right. It's going to be greater than or equal to. So it flips. I'm left with x here. What's -12 divided by -3? 4. Now, is your answer positive or negative? Positive. I don't care about the answer. I mean, I do, but y'all know what I mean. This doesn't matter about flipping the sign. You look right here. If the bottom number is negative, that's when you flip it. Okay? All right. Number 3, 8 minus 4x is greater than -16. 8 minus 4x is greater than -16. Caitlin, what are you going to do first? All right, Destiny, which one is just a number that needs to move to the other side? The 8 or the -4x? Which one's just a number? Very good. And it's positive, so when I move it over here, I have to make it -8. All right, Zach, -16 minus 8. Very good. Positive or negative? Very good. Louis, what drops down right here? Gavin, what do you do next? And Rebecca, what's -24 divided by -4? +6. Negative divided by negative is positive. Close though. That was good. Guys, when I divide, what did I divide by? -4. What happens to my sign? It changes. It flips. All right? It flips, 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 flip, flips. X is less than 6. Okay, good. Write down number 4 for me. 6 is less than 2x minus 8. Elizabeth, what do I do first? Uh-huh. All right, James, what needs to move based on the way I do it? Uh-huh, becomes what? Good. So numbers go to the right. Numbers go to the right. Andrew, what else has to move? Uh-huh, X, and it becomes what? Uh-huh. So guys, I really need you to put X's on the left because if your X is over here, your symbol is going to be pointing the wrong way. So that's why X's need to go on the left. All right, -8 minus 6 is -14. Levi, what would I do next? Uh-huh. And Stephanie, what do I have to do when I divide by negative? Uh-huh. So X is greater than +7. So this sign has to flip because I divided by a negative. Okay. Any questions on the first 4? Alrighty, right. Let's do number 5. -9 is greater than or equal to 3 minus 6x. -9 is greater than or equal to 3 minus 6x. All right, Allison, what I want you to do first? Sarah, what's something that needs to move? And it becomes what? Very good. Stephanie, what else? What else has to move? And it becomes? Gives me 12. Caitlin, what would I do next? That's okay. Right here. What do I do? Uh-huh. And Caitlin, does your sign flip? No. Very good. So I just drop it down. X is greater than or equal to 2. X is greater than or equal to 2. Very good. Good job, guys. Number 6. 25 is less than negative 3x plus 4. 25 is less than negative 3x plus 4. All right, Andrew, you're up. Draw your line, and then minus 25. Good. What does that give you, Andrew? Good. Okay. Neve, what else needs to happen on that one? What else needs to move? And it becomes? Uh-huh. And Mary, what would you do next? Uh-huh. Okay, everybody look up here. Look at the board. This is really important. Right here. What am I dividing by? Positive. Does my sign flip? No. I don't care that that's negative. You look right here. That's positive. So my sign stays the same. It just drops down. So can somebody tell me what goes here? Good. Okay. All right, number 7. 3x minus 5. Is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. All right, Destiny, what I want you to do first. What do I do first through this? Put a line. That's what I do first. Natasha, what's something that needs to move? And it becomes? Rebecca, something else that needs to move. And it becomes? Good. All right, 3x minus 2x. Anybody? And anybody? 4 plus 5? 9. Okay. And James, what would you do next? And James, does my sign flip or just drop down? All right, and number 8. Six x minus 9 is less than x plus 6. And Levi, what do I do first? And Allison, something that needs to move? And Louis, something else? Oh. And what number can I put with it? So 6x minus 1x. Anybody? 6 plus 9? Good. Zach, what do you do next? And so Zach, does my sign flip? So x is less than 3. Okay. Any questions on those 4? Okay, let's do these, please. Do these. So number 9, 2 parentheses 7 minus 2x is greater than 10. Two parentheses 7 minus 2x is greater than 10. All right, Gavin, what do I do first? All right, what else do I do, Gavin? So what does that mean to do? What do I do with this? Which is? What else? All right, Gavin, keep going. What do you have to do next on this problem? Uh-huh. So I write it over here, right? What do I write? Very good. Okay, so this gives me -4. What do I drop down over here? Positive or negative? Uh-huh. And then what do you do next, Gavin? All right. What happens when I divide by -4? Uh-huh. And does my sign come down or does it flip? Uh-huh, because you divided by a negative. Okay? So x is less than 1. All right? Okay. So you don't need to write this one down. You can go ahead to number 10 since you helped me with it. Okay, number 10, 3x plus 12 is less than or equal to -3x minus 12. All right, Julius, help me with this one. Okay? So what do I write? Okay, what does that give me, Julius? Uh-uh. Uh-huh. All right, what else do I do, Julius? Okay. And -12 and -12? Uh-uh. Uh-huh. -24. All right, keep going, Julius. What else do I do? Uh-huh. Okay, and does my sign flip or come down? Good, because you divided by +6. Okay? Nope. All right, number 11, 6. Parentheses x plus 1 less than or equal to 4. Parentheses x plus 2. All right, Caitlin, you help me with this one. Okay? Okay? Good? Good? One. Okay? All right, so your sign just drops down on that one because you divided by a positive. Okay? And number 12, 3 parentheses x plus 4 is less than or equal to 6x minus 3. Good. All right, and Zach, help me with this one. All right, I'm going to drop it down for a minute. Okay, yep, and minus it, right? Okay. What do I do with it? Okay. All right, 3 minus 6. Uh-huh. And -3 and -12. Okay. Okay, does my sign flip or stay the same? Very good. All right, we are almost done writing. Almost done. Okay, on your paper, I need you to write this and this. We're almost done writing. Write the words at least and at most. At least and at most. Anywhere on your paper. At least and at most. That's fine. That's plenty. Oh, just like write it right there. At most. Okay. If I go to the mall and I say, Mom, will you please give me at least $30 to spend at the mall? Mom, will you please give me at least $30? What do I want my mom to do? what do I want my mom to do when I say, please give me at least $30? Good. I want my mom to give me $30 or what? What else am I okay with? More. At least means greater than that. All right? So at least means greater than or equal to. And sorry, we could also put the symbol. So at least means I want greater than or equal to that. So a lot of people see the word at least and think it has to be less than since they both start with L's, but that's not true. You need to think about what happens in the real world. If I want my mom to give me at least $30, I want her to give me greater than or equal to it. Okay? All right. What if I also go to my mom and tell her that I want a new pair, or I want a new smartwatch, okay? I want a new smartwatch. What if I tell my mom, Mom, at most it's going to cost $50. The most you're going to have to spend is $50. What does that mean I'm telling my mom when I say it's going to be at most $50? No more than that, so it's going to be $50 or less. So this one is less than or equal to. Okay, so you really have to know those in these class. At least is less than or equal to. So you've got to memorize those. All right, if you don't know them already, you need to memorize them. All right. Gavin, read this. Y'all don't need to write it down as long as your heads are up and your eyes are on the board. Gavin, read this one. Okay, so when I see this one on my quiz, I'm going to zoom in on at least. I'm going to zoom in on that part of it. What did I just say at least was? Very good. Greater than or equal to. Which answer choice has a greater than or equal to symbol? D has a greater than or equal to symbol. Good. Somebody tell me where 0.02 came from. 2%, you have to move the decimal 2 places. So that's where they got 0.02. Okay? All right, and I think we got one more. Neve, read this one for us. Okay? People see this problem, and I already heard it, and people are like, oh, no, that's way too hard. There's too much going on. I can't do that. Yes, you can. You can do it. Look, right here, it says at least 15. What symbol is at least? Greater than or equal to. Does that have greater than or equal to 15? Okay. Does this have greater than or equal to 15? Does this have greater than or equal to 15? Does this have greater than or no? Okay. What else? Somebody else tell me something else that would help. Well, let's do this one, but that's right. At most, let's do at most 10 first. What symbol is at most? Less than or equal to. Does this have less than or equal to 10? Does this one? Yes. Can anybody tell me why they put a 0 right there?